tremendous news that we've got a very good timetable. First train leaving the Borders at around 5:20 in the morning, giving you connection to King's Cross at around 6:20, and half-hourly trains right through the day until 8 o'clock at night, with the last train back from Edinburgh close to midnight. So it's a very, very good service indeed, and I think many Borderers will be genuinely pleased at how many trains will be on offer and how easy it will be to get to the capital. And now that we have the railway timetable, that will mean we'll have to do some extra work to provide some additional buses. So there's no doubt, I think, that late night buses will have to be introduced to make sure that we've got all those connections with the Borders Railway. The fare structure is attractively priced, and many people will be surprised and quite pleased at just how easy it will be to use the train.
Could I just say, I'm a pensioner with a bus pass, so I don't see the point of using the rail.
The last time I parked in Edinburgh City Centre to go to the Playhouse, I parked in the Omni Centre and it cost me over £14 just for that period of time. So if the fares are what they say they are, then definitely I think they're reasonable.
They should have left the railway down instead of picking it up, right? And look at all this money they're wasting, they're spoiling Galashiels.
Yes, I'll use the railway if the fare competes with the bus. The journey time, from what I know, is going to be shorter, so I'm quite looking forward to having a go.
I certainly wouldn't be using the line. It's a white elephant, and sooner or later the folk that's running it will put their hands out and say, we can't afford to run it at this price, we want a subsidy, and the rates will be going up.
I prefer to take a train, honestly, because sitting in a bus up to Edinburgh is a bit of a nightmare really at times. Like.
For my husband and I to go, it costs about £40 return, so if you've got plenty of money, fair enough, but I'm dead against it, always have been.
I think it's a great thing for the Borders, and anybody that doesn't agree with that, I don't understand it. So I think it's got to bring people to town. People commute now. Yeah, it's a great thing. I'll definitely be using it.
That sounds quite reasonable to me, actually, and I will use it. Look forward to that, and I hope it does well.
I should never have started it.
Well, the transport interchange will act as a gateway to the Scottish Borders for those who visit the region, and it will also help Borderers integrate with all the different services that will be available. So it will provide information on the trains, it will be the main hub bus station, it will have tourist information in it, and there will be other facilities to make it life just a little bit more comfortable for visitors whilst they're waiting for a bus or a train. And it will certainly be a very big improvement in the quality of passenger facilities that we have in the Borders at the moment. The current bus station is long past its sell-by date. It's iconic because it's been here for so long and many people have memories of it, but it's not the most comfortable thing, and I can absolutely promise that the new transport interchange will be significant, a very significant improvement on the services and on the bus station that's here at the moment.
There's a large park and ride planned for Tweedbank station. It's in a great strategic location. It's just outside Galashiels, so you won't see a lot of cars going in and out of Gala to catch the train. It's not far from Selkirk, not far from Melrose, so we expect this to be the main hub for people parking and riding if they're going into the central or further up the route to Edinburgh.
We've had to close the path between the Galashiels and Tweedbank so that we can dig away the path and the old railway covering, the ballast, so that we can uncover these pier slabs and all the stonework here, so we can really establish exactly how much work is required to the bridge before we progress. The first thing at Winston Road following the road closure was to break out the road and dig out all of the cutting here at Winston Road. So there's probably tens of thousands of tonnes of material being removed from here. And then you can see the supporting mechanism that we have behind us here. So we've had to put this in to support the sides because we can't open the site out further because we have properties at Langley and commercial properties on the other side. So we're working in a very constrained site. Above us we also have overhead cables. The overhead cables restrict our height, we're unable to use cranes, so really all across this section of the site we're boxed in from three sides. Everything has to be built from this side of the bridge, so all of the stone that comes in, the concrete comes in, all has to be pumped, the concrete's pumped in, the steel's brought in. It's a very slow process. This is a logistical challenge. We have to plan very carefully. The steel fixers are working in here, which means nobody else can work in here until they're finished, and then the concrete team come in behind them. So the programme is everything's happens after one of the other activities, whereas a bigger structure like the one at Sheriff Hall, we can have multiple teams working in tandem to build the structure much more quickly. After the railway was closed in '69, a lot of these pipes and power cables were put at a level that now clashes with the new railway height. So we have to actually divert this. This is a major pipe diversion down past Sports Direct and B&Q. It's a big impact. We've only got one access in here, so it's very constrained site because we can't get in from the high side. So we have to come over the bridge over the Gala Water to do it. But we're pushing quite hard in this area, try and get it open as quickly as possible and reduce the impact on the residents there and the retail premises.